the upcoming show tomorrow, and I wanted to do like a final little finishing touch on this epic one right here. Maybe make a couple little stands, a couple little wooden stands for the show. This one we're gonna go ahead and, sounds kind of strange, but we're gonna go ahead and rub it down with this brown paper from this paper bag. Do a light little rub down, and then one like quick little coat of the tung oil to finish that off, which we'll do probably closer to the end of the night. I'm not sure if we'll get to this one today, but this is two big old glued together pieces of walnut that I've got here to make my wife a jewelry box. So yeah, maybe we'll get to that. I don't know. Just kind of messing around in the shop. I don't have the deadline that I had for the last couple of weeks looming over me, so it feels good to just be in here sort of doing whatever. We'll see who shows up tonight and just kind of hang out. Welcome to the shop. I think, yeah, first I'm going to go put a bottom on this so that so I can like put stuff on it at the show tomorrow. Just wondering. I'm just kind of trying to think, is that what I really want to do? I'm not. It's nice to be working and not be in a complete hurry, dude. Just be able to mess around, you know. Do I have my tape measure out here? I think I might have left my tape measure in the house, guys. Oh, there's a little plane, dude. Here's the other speed square. Dude, I'm finding stuff right now, bro. Very fun. Yeah, I think I did leave my tape measure. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go back in the house and get the tape measure, dude. Oh, you know what might be a cool table? What about instead of using that kind of cheesy cedar box right there, guys? Dude, this is a good idea, I think. What if I use this piece of live edge walnut for my table at the show tomorrow, dude? Can you guys see that? Like this epic piece of live edge walnut right here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's definitely what I'm gonna do. So I'll use this for something else later, maybe the garden. And I'm just gonna cut a couple blocks to sort of get this thing up off the table. Let's brush it off too, buddy. Very nice piece of wood. It will make a fantastic little display. I just gotta cut some blocks. Cut some blocks to get it up off the table. A couple little 6-inch blocks. 3 blocks, 6 inches. Right about there. Oh, dude. Safety glasses, bud. You don't want to be running a saw without the safety glasses, guys. For anybody that was with me throughout the last couple of weeks and watched, thank you, dude. That was a crazy couple of weeks. We got everything made, ready for the show tomorrow. I'm excited. I streamed for like half an hour earlier, getting my table set up, and you can go watch that if you want. Glad I found that little plank. Anyway, I'm right here. I'm just gonna cut a couple pieces here. Okay, so I got some blocks to put underneath this walnut here. If I can get this set up so that you guys can see it. I don't have a lot of room on this tiny bench, but see if I can't show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, excuse me. So for the show tomorrow, I'm thinking about taking this piece of walnut right here, putting it on my table like this, like that, to display the boxes, dude. And it's got this nice live edge. I think that would be dope, bro. It's a beautiful piece of walnut I got from my friend up in Upper Lake. I might end up making a little bar for the shop here with this one, dude. Definitely need to hit it with some epoxy here, but yeah. For tomorrow, this will be great, dude. Set my boxes up on here, and I have those other stands in the back that I can put the Madrone on. Beautiful. I show you guys this when I was chipping the obsidian the other day. This like super duper thin piece came off, dude. That's like see-through. That's obsidian, bro. Volcanic glass. I don't know what to do with that, but thought it was cool. All right, so this is taken care of, dude. We got our display handled. Easy, dude. Easy, easy, easy. Could organize the shop, but I guess that's pretty boring for you guys, right? Yeah. What else do I need? Oh yeah, I was gonna make a business card holder thing out of this, dude. Like just cut this. Or I could just cut into it and come up with the bandsaw and not need to glue anything to it. I'm going to turn you guys towards the bandsaw. Check that you guys can see from there. That's not the best angle, but it'll do. It'll do. Ubi texting me mine. That's my homeboy Ari. Oh, I put my little catch tray back in here when I was cleaning the saw earlier, dude. Try to do a little box out of this guy. My pencil out. There it is. That could be the front. And then we'll cut a thinner slice for the back, dude. Back. Tim, what's up, my man? How's it going, sir? Good to see you. Tim, I got all of them done, dude. I got all 30 of those done. So today I'm just messing around, making another little box here that's going to have this gnarly little edge on the top that I'll stabilize with glue. Then I'm also, once I'm done making dust, I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to hit it with some, like a brown paper bag to just kind of smooth it out, sort of buff it, and then do one really thin coat. But there's the drawer pull of the Obsidian. And yeah, this is all stabilized. This turned out to be an absolutely stunning piece, dude, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they go for, or seeing if I can sell it tomorrow. But for now, yeah, I'm just gonna make this little box, dude. It's nice to be in the shop working without pressure, dude. It feels good. And so yeah, I'm gonna make a little box here and just enjoy my time in here. This one must go here. So that's the back, there's the front. So we're going to take off on this side. Keep that. Oh yeah, the lesson we learned in here last week or whenever that was is that if you're going to cut something round on a bandsaw, you better be holding that sucker with something, dude. That's going to go like that. How was this? This was like that. This was like... Dude, how did this attach to that? Oh, just like that, okay. I should put some marks on that. Let's go like that. We'll go in there. We got a cool little box. Keeping them fingers, dude. Keeping them this time. Yeah, that was a scary day, dude. Tim, you never sent me your address so I could send you a sticker, dude. I might as well, since I'm here at the bandsaw, I might as well start on my wife's box here. She wanted a jewelry box, so I'm just going to make her a little jewelry box here. First, adjust this a little bit. Maybe not that much coming through. No, definitely not that much, bud. Like that. Maybe that much. That should be plenty. Oh, a little more. There we go. Should be doing that on my workbench, man. Pretty smooth. No, I just knocked you guys down. Just knocked you guys over. As you can tell, I don't exactly have the professional recording set up in here. Alright, so from there, we got a flat foot side. So we can cut this side. It's hard to even tell that one was glued together, huh? That's two pieces, but it looks pretty. Looks like the same piece. Now, all those people that always say, hey, the glue is stronger than the wood, and it'll break on the glue before, or break on the wood before it breaks on the glue. Let's test that. They are correct, dude. It broke on the wood and not the glue. Okie dokie. So, let us. Now we can shape this one. I kind of want her to have a unique, cool shape too, man. So, oh yeah, where's, usually I have this light so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna cut it, like try to cut a cool little shape out of this one for her. Strong glue. Very strong. Okay. Now we have a cool little shape going. Let me take something off the top here. There we go. So now we're going to cut the back off. I'm going to set this over here and mark it. So I'm trying to think, do we want, do I want her one that has the drawer on the inside? You know, like we normally do, you know, where the drawer's like this. Or do I want to make one where like the drawer is the whole face? Let me think for 1 second here. I think, I don't think I'm going to do the drawer as the whole face one for this one, dude. I'm going to do a nice big drawer. Double check my sides. This is the front. This is the back. This is up. It is kind of a nice grain, huh? Oh man, now you're making me second guess it. So if we do that, we cut the front off, and the drawer out, and we keep the back of the drawer. And then, let me see here. I'm gonna make her just kind of come in like this. Like that. Let me see if I can do that. I went one nice big drawer on that one. So yeah, so that'll be the drawer. We just gotta get it all cut out. Why are you doing that? Okay, this is the back, up, front, up. And we're gonna cut the front and the back off of this drawer, guys. Definitely fucked that up, so gonna have to chonk it out a little better. I need a better blade, dude. Alright, we can put it together now, guys. Put it back together. What's up, everybody? We are live streaming at the shop. It's Saturday. I got that big show tomorrow. I worked really hard the last couple of weeks to get ready for. And we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. If you guys, anybody's around Napa, California tomorrow, head over to the Festivus Gift Fair in Napa. You can find information for that online. Head on over. So it's going to go like that. And then, yeah, here we go. That's the back. Who text me, man? Oh. Okay, so. Yeah, buddy, that's nice. She's gonna like that, dude. See, once it's all glued up, that'll be the thing, dude. See what I'm saying? Get to gluing. Let's get to gluing, guys. Lose this beanie, bro. It's starting to warm up in here. I always like to have a little glue on top of something. If you guys are tuning in, I try to stream every night from the shop here. And you're welcome to subscribe to the channel and come back and hang out again, dude. No pressure, though, man. You can do whatever you like. Gonna need a little clamp for that. There we go, dude. That was a good amount of glue. Let me get this thing ready for some wiping. Oh yeah, dude. Yo, glue time. This one obviously won't be ready in time for the show tomorrow, but oh no, this isn't for sale. This is for the wifey. That's right. This is the wife's jewelry box that she wanted. Oh fuck. Might have overglued. Might have been too much glue, dude. Yeah, that was too much glue. Overdid it on the glue, dudes. as always. I am still kind of in craft show mode. I need to chill, dude. It's time to chill out. Stop. I don't have the deadline. I don't have the pressure. It's done. It's all done. And we'll see if people want to buy my stuff tomorrow. Hope they do. I'm gonna try to get subscribers for the YouTube tomorrow at the show. I got my YouTube QR code printed up, so yeah, maybe I'll be able to get some subscribers. I think I'm at 320. I need 1,000 dudes. Join up, dude. Join up. That way you can say, yeah, I knew that guy before he cut his hand off or whatever. Tim, I gave one of these. There's like a dude that I met that owns like a Mexican restaurant a couple towns over. Super cool dude. And so his birthday's coming up, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it to his birthday party. So I brought him one of these boxes, and I gave it to him, and he was like super pumped, dude. And it felt good to like give somebody something I made and have them be super excited about it, dude. Felt good. So yeah, I'm glad he liked it, dude. And, I don't know. Yeah, it makes me want to give more shit away. But yeah, dude, it was cool, man. It was a good feeling. It was a good experience, and I'm glad he liked it. He's a cool dude, so. If anybody's ever in Lakeport, California, check out Taqueria La Mexicana, dude. Killer Mexican food. Owner's super nice. It's a family-owned place, you know. It's like the guy I know serves and works in front of the restaurant, and you know, he's about my age, and then his mom is in the back cooking, and it's just a family place, and absolutely killer food in there, dude. My wife and I love to stop in there whenever we're around that area. Getting some clamps on this motherfucker. It felt kind of weird earlier, Tim, to be done. I was like, man, I need to get in the shop and stream, but I'm kind of done with the one project, and I don't felt kind of like a weird sort of empty nester syndrome sort of thing. Because the thing that I devoted so much time and attention to for a couple weeks is done. So I'm gonna make a couple more boxes today. I'm gonna finish up that with a nice finish. Oh, I forgot I have these shelving things I could bring in there. I'm gonna have to clean those up tonight and get those ready to go. We have some shelving things that I made that I think I should bring down there. But I do have projects I need to get done, man. Like this walnut slab coffee table, but I need that dude to give me a deposit first. And I gotta make a mudroom shelf / coat hanger thing. For the house here. Man, I love these. Love these Irwin clamps, dude. It's a good clamp. Let's get that drawer put together. Yeah, kind of like Limbo. Oh, you had a good Mexican place on the East Coast. I've heard that it's hard to find the good Mexican places on the East Coast, dude. Is that true? Oh, it goes like that. Oh, nice. Oh, I should get some other quick grip. Like you're talking like this style. These are like the Harbor Freight version of those, I think. The Irwin ones, they just, I don't know, dude. They feel so much better. I went through a lot of glue. I went through like, this is empty, dude. That's how much glue we went through. Yeah, I noticed that it slips. Those ones that I have slip, but not when I'm clamping. They're just definitely lower quality, dude, and I think that they're not going to last long. But you know, I was trying to get the workshop put together on a budget, so it's kind of like had to cut corners on some stuff, like you know, get the cheaper bandsaw instead of the hella sick one or whatever. Get the cheaper clamps, stuff like that. And you know, as soon as this little shop starts making money, or if we could ever monetize the YouTube and start making money, I'll start buying better equipment for this little spot, dude, because I really enjoy doing this. More so than I enjoy my job. Although I wonder if I could get it to the point where I did this for my job. Would I still like it as much? Or would I start to think of it as just a job? These are cool. I like these style clamps. I just feel like with with clamps that twist or whatever, you get more clamping force. But for stuff like these drawers, I don't think you need tons of clamping force. Probably for the backs. Probably for these whole kind of boxes, I don't need a lot of clamping force, but I like to really clamp the backs on there. The drawer can be these kind of clamps. Alright, dude, the wife's. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard guys talking about it and talking about that kind of phenomenon where, you know, they strive and they work and they get it to where the thing they love to do becomes their business and they can make a living doing it, and then And then they don't feel as good about doing it because it's what they do for a living and they have to do it nonstop every day. You know, so there's that. But I don't know. I think I would rather have that suffering than have to have a day job and then try to squeeze this in whenever I can, you know? If I could just get it to where like my sales and get YouTube monetized to where like my sales and my YouTube channel could make me as much as my job does, then I would quit my job. And then I'd have more time to do this, which means I'd be able to make more money at it. But dude, it's hard, man. It was like I was looking at this semi-local store today that sells home goods, and they're like, you know, they're like a local store or whatever, and I'm looking at all their crafts, their wooden, like all their wooden products, dude, and all their wooden products are just like CNC shit, you know, from another country, dude. And like, you just can't. If you're making shit by hand, you can't keep up with. You can't compete like against somebody that's making, you know, that where a company only has to pay a dude $10 a day to pump stuff out in a third world country. It's like hard to compete with that price wise, dude. You know, and like a lot of consumers don't really care, you know. But it's like, you know, that you see those videos on Facebook where it's that dude in Indonesia who's a really good woodworker, but he's missing all the fingers on one hand and some of the fingers on another hand. And it's like, well, that's because that dude, despite being an extremely good woodworker, he lives somewhere where he's being taken advantage of financially, and he gets paid very, very little. And there's very, very little safety and looking out for the worker there, you know? And, yeah, so it's like kind of up to the, it really is up to the consumer here. It's like, dude, that really cheap cutting board that's half as much as the locally handmade one comes with a price, dude. You know? And that price is somebody else being taken advantage of and having to work in unsafe conditions, basically. I need to brace this up somehow. Like that, maybe. And grab some CA glue, medium. So yeah, that's basically the thing. It's like people here, like, a lot of people don't have a lot of money either. So of course they're gonna buy the cheaper thing, dude. And then oftentimes I don't think they really even think about, you know, the cost associated, the reason why that thing's cheaper, you know. not really complaining or anything, dude. I'm just kind of freestyling on the situation. Set that right there. Cover that up. Yeah, dude, it really is, man. It's just, it's like when money starts getting tight, dude, you kind of have to buy the more affordable, cheaper thing, dude. You know, like I'm not blaming the consumer necessarily, but it is sort of who needs to step up to change things. But you know, there are still people out there, they want the handmade thing, you know. It's just kind of like, I can see that things are getting rougher and rougher out there for everybody, dude. So yeah. Kind of a tough situation. And it's the companies. It's like the companies are the ones that are taking advantage. Like recently wasn't there like that Campbell's soup executive recently that was like talking shit about their soup, like basically saying it was fucking garbage for poor people, you know? I'm like, that's one of the executives of the company or whatever, dude. I don't know the whole story. I just kind of remember part of it, but yeah. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy they would say that, think that. And I mean, that's like just one of the things one of the dudes got caught saying. You know what I mean? This is what one of them got caught saying. It's not even the whole. It's definitely not the whole enchilada, bro. Well, we're gonna have to go over to the Gigantor clamps. Big old beast clamps, dude. What was I gonna do with this again? Something, dude. Let's set those aside. These are gonna go into the chunks, pieces that might be something cool one day. Like I could slice this into a whole bunch of handles, you know? So the Amy's is decent. I like the Amy's. The Amy's actually, dude, they're chili. They do a good chili. But yeah, us too, man. It's like, I definitely don't want to give money to somebody that thinks of us like that. You know? And I think that's what happens sometimes when people get into that world and get that high up there in that world, is they just kind of look at the rest of us as peasants, dude. Disposable peasants to be milked, you know? I'm just going to turn on this air compressor real quick, guys. It's going to be noisy for a sec. This is glued up. That's going to be a cool little box. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna stabilize this with CA glue. So this will just be like this is gonna be the top of that one box. That's gonna look dope. Need to get that thin CA glue for that. Which I'm almost out of, man. I used up most of this sealing off that one. So yeah, stuff like this, if you just take a thin CA glue and you just very carefully, oh, look at that, you can see it. You can see it smoking. So this will get in there like on this kind of punky wood on spots like this. And this will get in there and like hold it all together and make it super strong. Crazy how it like burns it. Dude, that is so stinky, bro. All right. Don't worry too much about it. Like the spots where it ran, that's burning my eyes. Holy smokes. Ugh. The spots where that ran, it's okay because you can just sand that off. Whew. But yeah, that'll be solid after this, dude. That ain't going anywhere. Get another little. Whoa, dude. Damn. I gotta pay better attention, bro. Because I got a whole finger covered in super glue. You know what? Yeah, I should open the window. That's definitely going to be a lot more sanding than I wanted to do, but it'll be okay. We'll just let that harden over there. Look at this little chunk of Madrone burl. Like I can't bring myself to throw this one little piece of wood away. Why not? Is it going to be something? Could be. Could be a bandsaw box, dude. Who knows? We'll sit over here. This one too. This is that piece of walnut burl, dude. That's hella dope looking. Look, you can see it like. Yeah. But it has this. And that's not super nice, dude. I like that chunk though. What other little chunks? We got some good little pieces of wood down here, actually. Great little piece of madrone burl. Could definitely do something with that. That might make a cool box. We got this piece. Do you think you could sell it as is at that size? Like that? With the cracks and with all that stuff? Maybe if it didn't have as much cracks, dude. I don't mind the cracks because I can use them in my designs, but... Oh yeah, look at this piece of oak. Got this tiny little piece of oak. It is very, very, very solid. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I don't know. All right, so... Yo, Meldrum, what's up, my man? Welcome, dude. You missed me just super gluing my entire finger. Welcome to the channel. Hey, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, dude, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, please. So I can quit my day job and just do woodworking in the shop here. All right, here's where we're going now. I don't have all that, Tim. So guys, this one I noticed today when I got it out in the sunlight, and we might not be able to see it on camera very well, is like there's some like micro scratches and like little tiny scratches in this. And so I can't have that, dude. I can't put that on the table and try to sell it like that. So what I was going to do is take a piece of paper bag, dude. Believe it or not. Take a piece of paper bag and you can buff it with the paper bag, dude. And that should help get the scratches, those little white scratches out. Dude, maybe. Maybe. I know that there's some people trying to make something like that up here. But where I live, not a lot of people live here, dude. It's kind of remote. crazy how many little disciplines there are within woodworking, you know? Like pen turners. There's dudes that like, that's their trip is they make pens, dude, on the lathe. That's their whole thing. That's wild, dude. I wouldn't mind a lathe to make some like bowls and stuff. You know, it's like, I see like, you know, there's people out there that are hand making like wooden utensils, like wooden spatulas and wooden and stuff like that they sell. And then it's like I see in that shop today they have, you know, CNC machined wooden utensils from a third world country or whatever that are $8. And so the dude that's trying to make those and sell those, like, he can't do that for $8. You know what I mean? Like if it takes a dude an hour to make it, like you can't sell it for $8, bro. Not be able to like survive. So that is one thing where it's like up to the consumer, you know. Like if you spend that little bit of extra money and you buy that locally handmade item instead of that made in China or made in Taiwan or Bangladesh item, wherever the fuck it came from, if you spend that extra couple of bucks and you buy it made locally, dude, it doesn't just like help out that guy, you know, it helps out your community. That money stays in your community. He spends that money in your community. You know, you buy something that was made in China or wherever, that the money's gone. It leaves your community. That's enough fucking hippie preaching from me, bro. Both of these are a little too dirty. All right, so I'm not going to go super heavy on this one. I need it to be dry by tomorrow morning, so we're going to go real light. Just a light little coat. Do a light coat and then wipe it off, dude. That's what we're going to do here. Yeah, man, there's that whole thing too where it's like, you know, people can only afford what they can afford too, you know. So I get that part of it too. I don't know. It's kind of a tough situation. But I think if people try to buy local more, it'll help out a lot, you know. Grow your own food, buy local, support local craftspeople. I'm gonna let that drink for a second. I should get this too. Yeah, I think gardening's a good one too, man. It's an important one. It's a good thing to be doing. It's a good skill to have and develop because food just keeps getting more and more expensive, man. And what are you going to do? Not buy it? Your only other option is to produce it or trade with somebody that does. And it's like they know you need the food. They charge whatever they want. They just pretend like there's every time there's a disaster, they raise the prices, dude. No matter what. It's kind of sickening, dude. So yeah, if you can get a garden going, get trading, raise animals, dude, any of that. I don't raise animals, but get a garden going. If I could raise animals, I would, but I don't have the space for that, dude. This is such a beautiful, beautiful piece of burl, dude. Yeah, if I could, the thing is where I live, dude, there's like bears and mountain lions, but mostly it's the bears that I'd be worried about. I know somebody who had the bears came and ripped the T111 siding off their chicken coop, dude, because they had it that was built like a little shed. It ripped the T111 off to get to their chickens. So like if I was gonna do chickens up here, I would have to like super fortify it. It's doable, but I would have to be very, very intentional and fortify my chicken area. People do it up here, don't get me wrong, but bears are very, very strong, dude, and they will eat your chickens. I would love to do chickens, dude. Maybe a couple goats. A couple little goat homies would be cool, dude. A donkey. Not for any other purpose, but just to have a donkey because they're fucking cool. Just have a little donkey to hang out with and give you attitude. But yeah, Tim, that's kind of the dream, man. Get the shop making money, get the channel making money, dude, and get a little more homestead with it would be cool. As it is, we're just kind of like working our asses off just to pay the mortgage and keep the lights on, you know. Both my wife and I work a lot, so. Yeah, dude, donkeys are cool, man. They got a lot of personality. They don't take no shit. Trying to get this one like as smooth as I possibly can, dude. once spring hits, dude, maybe I'll do some live streams from the little. I built a sweet little terrace garden on the hill out there. So once spring hits, maybe I'll do some live streaming from the old terrace garden, planting and whatnot. I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna hit it with the paper bag again, I think, dude. I like when I get the CA glue all over my hands, and then I'm like trying to unlock my phone. Oh, dude, and it won't. What could you make out of this? Out of these spare parts? What could you make? I suppose you could make another little box out of that one. Oh, dude, I could carve this out inside there, and then this could slide over the top. Doesn't really lock in though. A little chest. Oh yeah, wood fucking. Maybe like that, dude. That's definitely a piece of wood worth keeping, I think. Well, all right, guys, I'm gonna call it, man. It's Saturday night. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow, so thanks everybody for coming in. Tim, good to see you, brother. Everybody else, good to see you too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I probably won't be able to stream tomorrow unless I can get home in time, so I might not see y'all till Monday, dude. Peace out, dude.